सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात्.
Hi friends, another wonderful episode of Mritunjaya. And it's been a few months since guests have arrived on the show and they've been talking about losing their loved ones. And it's been an emotional journey, even for me. And today we have Deepali Patil with us. And she's also going to be talking on death, loss, grief, mourning. These are some of the beautiful emotions, and we tend to suppress them. We tend to resist them. We tend to not talk about them, and then they start becoming toxic in our physical body, and it leads to a lot of illnesses and disease. And I hope and wish that by watching others talk about their own pain, you too will be able to release yours. So, Dipali, welcome, my dear.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
It's wonderful that you want to talk about your own grief,
Yes, ma'am.
and I know it's affected you through your life.
Yes,
And
yes.
today we're going to hear, and I'm sure you're going to heal a lot of people who have gone through similar experiences.
Hope so, ma'am. Yes.
So, Dipali, first tell me something about yourself.
Um, ma'am, I come from Belgaum, small town, happy family, four siblings, mother, father, and very happy and calm family. And when I was small, my mom always she reminded me that as I was born on Diwali day, and I'm Lakshmi to their house. And that had a very big impact in my mind. And I used to feel that, oh, I shouldn't do this or I shouldn't do that, and I should be always good. I shouldn't give a bad word or say bad to anything. And that really had an effect on me. And I started becoming a very religious person, very religious.
Hmm.
Uh, Reciting mantras and praying and fasting, and I was God fearing.
Hmm.
That was more important. Like people say I'm spiritual, but now I understand what spirituality is. Being religious is totally different, I feel. Where we fear God, we feel, oh, if I don't fast and maybe God will punish me. So that was imbibed into me for
Hmm.
many years.
Hmm.
And I think being religious is more like you're pleasing God, you're not doing anything with yourself. And being spiritual is like you're setting your spirit free to merge with
Wonderful.
God.
Very nice. Yes,
Yeah,
Dipali.
yeah. So I feel that is the main difference which I have come to know recently
Hmm.
after the death of my parents, and I've seen my mom's rituals and I've seen my dad rituals, and I feel that okay, they are important, not that, but you can't do anything just by fearing God that He will punish, and that is not the whole point of it. He has let us onto this earth. It is up to us how we grow with our spirit, not just
Wonderful.
to please Him.
Absolutely. Very
Yeah.
nice. Good sense of, awareness
Yes,
that
yes,
has
yes.
set into you at a young age. So, Dipali, are you working, my dear?
I used to, I was a lecturer, but then a series of incidents, and then I lost confidence in myself. And just recently, we have started a restaurant. So happy
Oh,
doing that. Yeah.
that's nice. Feeding
Yeah.
others
Yeah.
is going to give you a lot of blessings, and
Yes.
that's wonderful. Yeah, Dipali.
Yes.
So, Dipali, generally, grief is something that doesn't leave you.
No.
There are people who grieve for years together. And
Yes.
I think on our episodes, we have had people who've been grieving for years, right?
Yes. Yes.
So, Dipali, any experience in which you feel that, grief stayed with you for a long time?
Yeah, ma'am, definitely. I was married in year 2006, and 2008 was my first pregnancy,
Hmm.
and I lost it at the month of 6.5, and it kept on repeating. Like I had three miscarriages,
Okay.
and my attitude towards the death of the fetuses were like, why me? I was
Hmm.
not at all concerned about them. I was so self-centered, thinking, why always me? And I felt like I'm a victim. I never
Hmm.
thought from their point of view that even they would have suffered so much in my womb.
What
And
a Yeah, it
yeah,
is a very deep insight, Dipali, what you're saying. I
yes,
think
ma'am.
people who go through miscarriages always feel that they are suffering, their health is
Yes,
not good, maybe they didn't eat the right food or whatever it is, or they exercised a lot. And then when it is repeated a number of
yes.
times, I think that is very painful.
It is, ma'am, and then you just can't like in our society it is not acceptable. Also, like they say that okay, you must have done something. We told you
Hmm.
not to carry on with the job. We told you not to do this. So that acceptance is also not there. And
Hmm.
the person who has lost, he's caught up into two worlds. First is what is my mistake, and do I really deserve this? So
Yes.
it is, and ma'am, uh, in my case, all these fetuses were nearly 6.5, 7 months, where they were fully grown,
Oh.
and it was so painful. I did not have guts to look at them. I have seen none of them. We had to just, pack them up in a box, and we had to send them for autopsy. And it was so painful carrying that fetus, from Belgaum to Mumbai and give it for research.
Oh my God.
it it it,
Okay.
it was terrible. It was terrible, terrible.
Yeah, must
And
have
then
been terrible.
yes,
Yeah.
but then uh, that losing three children, it was not from their point of view, as I said, ma'am. It is my loss. It
Mm.
was so self-centered emotion, like I'm going through it. I'm having physical pain. I'm having mental strain. And then society is judging me. But death is far more beyond it.
So, how
Oh,
did you come to some resolution or some closure? Did you do anything?
uh, no, no, I did not. After that, as I said, I was religious. I stopped even praying to God or asking. I felt if I don't deserve, I will not get it. So it's better I don't ask. And then first I'll ask for a child, and then later I should continue praying that let it be in good health. So I just did not want that because all three children had a problem in their brain.
Okay.
Yeah. So I said, "Ki, what is the point in asking and begging to God and saying that give me, and when it comes into our life, then all the time I'll be in tension saying that God keep it in good health." So I
Right.
felt, yeah, I shouldn't do that. If I deserve, God will give me. If I don't, it's okay, let's carry on with the life the way it is.
So you moved to a place of accepting whatever God's
uh,
will was.
yes, totally, totally, totally. But still, I say that death wasn't clear to me.
Mm.
Death was, I should have learned the lesson at first, but no, it took 4 lives and then I came to acceptance of what is death.
So how did you
Totally.
accept it? How did you come to
Uh,
that?
it happened when I was pregnant with my fourth child, which is Sharia, and I came back from the doctor and gave a call to my mother saying that, Mom, listen, in another 15 days there would be delivery, and I want you to come to Daman, because there's no one here to take care of me. And she said, okay, fine, I'll be there. And just 2 days after that, she underwent an angiography where it is known that she had 5 blockages in her heart, which were more than 95%. Now, the situation in the house was, I have already lost 3 children. And if mom doesn't come, and if in any case I lose this child, it would be a very, 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 very big issue. So,
Mm.
my dad and my brother, they decided not to tell mom about this.
Mm.
And they decided not to tell me also. They just said that it's all fine and let her come to you. I was like, okay, are you sure about this? And they were like, yeah, there's nothing, there's just one block.
Mm.
And doctor said we'll get it right when she comes back from Daman.
Mm.
Um, Lord William, she came to Daman. She was there with me in hospital for 5 days. I could see she's so restless, she couldn't breathe, and that made me really nervous. I
Mm.
used to call up my brother asking, "Is she okay? Is she fine?" He used to say, "No problem. Just make sure that she takes tablets on time." I said, "Yeah,
Mm.
I'll do that." And I remember on the sixth day, as soon as we arrived home with the child, she said, "Dipu, I don't think I'll leave anymore." She said that my chest have they have become so full, and I don't know, something is wrong. Even my tummy has become tight and I'm not able to breathe at all. Uh, then dad said, Vivo, I think we should leave immediately to Belgaum. There is nothing we can do it here right
Mm.
now because all her examination papers and diagnosis, everything is in Belgaum. So they rushed, got her immediately into the hospital, and she had to undergo bypass. And ma'am, that bypass was like, we felt it would be normal, but it wasn't. I was with a baby of 5 days at home, all alone with my husband. My brother struggling there with mother, and they had cut her down from here till the stomach.
Mm.
Both her calves were cut, and it was stitched, and there was nobody with mother at that time. Nobody could be there with the mother apart from my brother and father. She was in pain, pain, pain. And I was here depressed and anxious. What would I do? I, I was like, why can't I be joyful even for a day? And it did not work out for her. The bypass did not work well for her.
Mm.
She was bedridden for 3 years. She had persistent cough, and she was depressed and she was anxious. She was extremely scared of dad. And even while coughing, she used to just press her mouth, thinking that it should not disturb others. That was very, very painful. She used to be good on like 8 days or something, and then again she used to fall ill, and it continued for 3 years. Just before her death, ma'am, I remember one Diwali, my husband suggested, Dipu, why don't you go to Belgaum? It would be nice. And I straight away said to my husband that no, I just can't see her suffer. Yeah, I will not go. I can't see my mom suffer. And he said, please, yeah, go. I said, no, I won't go. I've never seen her this way and I won't be able to see her this way. He said, okay, your wish. And you won't believe, after that, I had this incidence of automatic writing. And then I had a message, your mom will be alive for next 6 months. And still I did not go to Belgaum. I remember. Instead, we planned for Shimla and Manali trip. We went there. On 7th of April, my mom calls me and says, Deepu, how are you? I said, I'm doing well. I'm in Manali, and mom, the place is really beautiful, this, that. She's like, yeah, I never did this in my life. You should always take out time for yourself, you know. There is nothing left other than this. These memories are everything, and you should enjoy. That was 7th of April. On 9th April morning, when I was in Delhi, I got a call saying that she has an attack and she's admitted. We rushed from Delhi to Mumbai. My sister flew from Canada. We picked her up. We all went back to Belgaum, and she was on her deathbed. She had given up everything. She just wanted to see us. She saw us, ma'am. She did not speak anything. She did not. She did not. And standing beside her, we held her hand and I asked, "Ai तुला काय बोलायचं आहे का?" She was like, "Nothing, no answer." That night we came back. I still remember, and we were thinking, where should we do her funeral? That is so nonsense, I'm telling you, ma'am. And she left us on 11. Still, it did not strike us hard, ma'am. I'll tell you. Seeing her dead body, okay, we wept, everything, everything, everything. Her loss was, it did not attack us directly. After few days, like a slow poison, it started seeping into our lives. We started understanding, you know, the person who takes your responsibility, and when he's gone, he doesn't go alone. He takes along with him everything that he was doing for you. You know, I started missing her calls. I started missing the way she spoke to me. I started missing the daily conversations. And that made me so guilty. In spite of having known that she would be there for 6 months, still I ignored it. How foolish I could be. How foolish I could be. And that guilt, it took me to a psychiatrist. I mean, I went into anxiety and depression, a severe one. I started neglecting my family also.
Mm.
Then after that, I saw my dad also suffering from depression. Sister said, you better come to Canada for a month. Maybe that would be a better option. So I said, okay, fine. We all traveled to Canada. Was there? We were there for a month. Dad did not come out of depression, but as soon as we came back, we could see that something inside him is dying. I felt that his soul is already gone with mother. He was just a physical body. He was not interested in anything. He wouldn't speak, he wouldn't engage, nothing, nothing. And worst thing is, ma'am, I would like to tell you an incident with my dad. Uh, he had a persistent cough. Suddenly it started, all of a sudden. He was admitted in the hospital. He was only with my brother, and my brother used to cook for him. And uh, whoever used to go to visit my dad, he used to say, will you bring tiffin for me tomorrow? I want to eat home cooked food. And that made me and my brother cry so much. I said, see, what is the stage? You have everything, but you're so much you're longing for a home cooked food. Anybody used to come, his cousins or somebody, and he used to say, please get me a tiffin now. I want to eat. Then I said, now this is too much. I need to go. I said, let anything happen, I will be at least with this man.
असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मामृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः